channel. So today I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory of what has been going on in my life while I get ready, because we are about to leave to go see my husband in the hospital. So, little bit of a backstory. February, March, and April of 2015, my husband had 3 brain surgeries. One of those brain surgeries was a Cherry 1 malformation decompression surgery, and that was February 2015. March 2015, they had to go back in and repair a leak. And then April 2015, they had to go in, repair a leak, and then they put an LP shunt in. So if you guys don't know what an LP shunt is, it goes in the lower part of your back, and it's to help your body get rid of extra spinal fluid. So everything was fine, and it was working fine. We didn't have to go back after, after he was healed, and everything was fine. About a year ago, to the day today, my husband went in for a follow-up appointment, and just a yearly follow-up appointment, because when you have a shunt, you have to go yearly to your neurologist, or your neurosurgeon, sorry, to make sure that the shunt's still working and there's no problems. So we went in, and they said that the shunt is no longer working, but he was fine, so we didn't have to go through any further testing or having to revitalize the shunt at all. On December 2019, my husband started having migraines again. And so we went and saw his neurologist, because he was no longer seeing his neurosurgeon, because there was no issues, even though the shunt wasn't working. So we didn't have to go see him yearly or anything anymore, because he technically didn't have it. It's still in his body, but he technically didn't have it because it wasn't working. So we went and saw his neurologist, and his neurologist, it was the PA at the time, he was seeing her, and she kept saying it was a vitamin B12 deficiency issue, and to continue his injections. My husband did have a gastric sleeve done, so we thought that that's why he was deficient in the vitamin B12, and that is the main reason of him being deficient in the vitamin B12. So, sorry, it's all over the place. So, February, I was like, you know what? You have gone to this lady for 2 months now, and she keeps telling you it's a vitamin B12 deficiency. Well, when he was doing his injections, even when he had the injection, he would have a migraine and he would still do it, and it was not helping. It wasn't going away. It just stayed there. And I mean, eventually the migraines went away, but it wasn't close. I mean, it took forever for it to go away. So I went in and I said, it should go away when he does this. And it's not. What needs to be done? Like, you need to send him back to his neurosurgeon. Like, something is wrong. So we went back to his neurosurgeon, and his neurosurgeon ordered a pressure fluid check because he thought that the issues were high pressure of spinal fluid in his spine, in his spinal cord. So that happened on Friday, last Friday, not yesterday, but last Friday. And Saturday, I called the neurosurgeon and I said, Christopher is not doing well at all. He is having all kinds of pain and he cannot stand up. And when he stands up, it's worse. And his neurosurgeon said, have him lay down. This was the on-call neurosurgeon at the time. Have him lay down. Is there any way they told you the levels? And I said, yes, the levels are at 21. He said, okay, those levels are extremely high, and you need to have him lay down. You need to go to the nearest store, even if it's a convenience store, and you need to get him Gatorade and Powerade and get it pumped in him now. So all day Friday, sorry, I'm putting my makeup back. All day Friday, all day Saturday, we had him lay flat and had him be pumped of Powerade and just letting him relax as much as he possibly can. Monday morning, we saw his neurosurgeon, and his neurosurgeon said that those levels are high. Okay, so I'm doing my hair real quick before we leave. So Monday we went to the neurologist, and the neurologist said that he wants to put him on this medication to help lower the production of spinal fluid before he has to go back in. So we wanted to start that, but he said to wait until after these symptoms that he's having goes away. And if they don't go away, okay. If they don't go away by Wednesday, to contact him back. So Wednesday the 20th, Wednesday the 20th, we called him and told him that it wasn't working. And I got a phone call about 2 hours later after calling him, and he wanted to order a blood patch. So, you guys don't know what that is, look it up. It's a very scary situation. So, the lady called me to schedule the blood patch, but they weren't going to be able to schedule it till Wednesday or Thursday of the following week. And I said, that's not going to work. That's not going to happen. So I called his neurosurgeon back, and I asked his neurosurgeon what to do. And he said, take him to the closest emergency room. They'll be able to do it there. So we went to the hospital, and the first person that they were going to have do it pretty much gave me attitude for bringing my husband there with him being a high-risk patient, I shouldn't have done that, and all this other stuff. So I called my mom, and at that point they were supposed to transfer him to another hospital. And I called my mom. My mom left work and came down to the hospital to where I wasn't by myself. Mind you, I had my son the entire time. I had nobody to watch him at the time. So that was Wednesday. And then I went outside to get my mom when she got there to where we could take her back to the room where he was at. And by the time we got back, I want to say it was less than 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Time we got back, they said that he was being admitted and he got switched rooms. So they switched rooms with him, and I was like, well, why are they admitting him if you guys can't do it? What's going on? And so finally they were like, we found a team of doctors to do it. They won't be able to do it till tomorrow. So the 21st, which is my husband's 31st birthday and our 4-year wedding anniversary, they were supposed to do the blood patch in the morning. It didn't happen. His nurse then called downstairs, and I guess they put the orders in wrong. So at about 5:15, they came and got him and took him down to do the blood patch. Again, if you guys don't know what that is, go check it out. So Monday, when we went and saw the neurologist, come to find out when they do the spinal tap to find out the pressure, you're supposed to lay down for 2 hours straight afterwards in that operating room. They did not do that, therefore my husband had a consistent leak going on. So that brings us to, after the blood patch, he was supposed to stay flat pretty much the entire night until 2 a.m. So we just went home and let him sleep. We got a little bit of rest, but by 9:30 they could tell that the blood patch did not work like it was supposed to. So yesterday, the 22nd, we went in and we spoke with the neurology team at the hospital. Mind you, he's in a good hospital right now. At the hospital, and they said that they want to try new medications to get the migraine to go away. They started that regimen yesterday, and he started feeling better. Not the best, but better. And then today, the 23rd, they're doing an MRI, an MRA, and an MRB of the brain, and also an MRI of his back to find out if the hole is repaired, if the blood patch worked. So we are waiting for those results, and I will put that in this video sometime, and then I will upload it to YouTube. So that is what's going on right now. That is why I haven't been consistent on replying back to comments and stuff like that. So if you guys can do me a favor, keep my husband in your prayers and thoughts, and I will keep you guys updated.